Hi and welcome. My name is Katrina and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, The Interludes, scenes that take place between the end of Season 2 and the start of Season 3. And currently, as you all know, we are focusing in on a story called The Guest, and the guest is here, as he has been. And we might see more murder, or a murder, or murders. We do not know. I'm hoping for some murdering. But before
You don't do murdering.
Murdering. Some outsources and some get their feet and hands and all digits dirty. But before we see if there is going to be some murdering, as per usual, I would love my players to introduce themselves as well as their characters.
Hi, I'm Marianne. Play Siobhan Price. Yes. 10th generation Toreador. It was too much the York last time. That's why. Yes. Primogen.
Hi, I'm
Yes.
Taya. I play Christopher Masters, a 10th generation Ventru, and who wears the title of Prince upon a troubled brow.
And I'm Daniel. I play the Autumn Knight, the Prince of Daggers that will be Prince for not too much longer, most likely, hopefully.
Moving on up.
Moving on up, it's time. Reunited with my beloved Jonathan, who loves being at my side.
He squeals very terribly so in the background.
Yes.
But who cares about Jonathan's plights? He is merely a ride.
The squeals of love. That's a horrible name for just anything.
Anything. That's not a movie, that's not a song, that's nothing. That's
not a song, not an album, not a band.
No.
Nothing.
Was it? I didn't quite catch it. Was that the screams or the squirrels?
Could be
Because I
both.
seem to remember the Prince of Dagger being a bit focused on squirrels.
Yeah, well,
You know, phones and squirrels. He's like, squirrels are easy, they get the job done. Phones are
yeah,
silliness.
and you don't the reception in the autumn court is much better on a squirrel than on a phone.
Flying
Right?
pigs, aka the squealing. I don't know.
We're starting a band, people. That's what's happening next. Stay tuned for the album. It will be
Oh,
released
Lord.
in 2023.
No.
No.
Definitely
Well,
a barbershop cassette.
on that interesting note, let me paint the stage for you guys. That night ended because it was a very busy one. As you all retired to your safe abodes, and for vampires rising to a new night, they need to do their rouse check.
Jesus, I need to eat.
Rosie,
Like I can say that
roast and
before I'm
extra
even
one.
rolling.
To see if I can
And
get
I'm
rid of some
failing,
more
so
damage.
I'm 3 hungry now. So I Eve.
If I actually roll the right dice, it would be a smart thing.
Fuck.
Well, one pass and one didn't. Almost completely well, but getting hungrier. And I'll
Hungry
also
hippos.
probably try to get rid of that stain as well. And all I needed was one success, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How can I be the one who has most humanity out of the three of us vampires? Oh,
I don't
he was
know.
at least he was at least human to begin with, wasn't it?
That's right. Well, about the Autumn Knight, he does not have to fret about drinking the blood and
I
getting...
have a full human with me. at
Yeah,
all times.
I've got this. I'm fucking rocking it, this shit.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't know, looks a bit worn.
Maybe you need a new ride. On that note, I'm going to start this evening's episode as Shiv wakes to another night. Hungrier.
Mm-hmm. Is Eve waking me?
Yes, she is, as per usual. She is putting on like a bit of soft music, putting on lights, asking, "Good evening, mistress."
I'll just extend my hand.
A very eager gaze, hopeful.
I'll take away the duvet or blanket or whatever's there,
And a very blissful
and I
gaze
stroke it, and I
indeed.
just do like that. Yeah.
And she eagerly embraces you.
Mm.
As you get your sustenance.
Mhm.
You feed.
Yes.
Again, feeding on Eve is drinking milk.
But it's
Gets-
morning.
Yeah, it's boring.
No, it's morning, so like
But it's also boring.
yes.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking, like for my teeth.
But you feel the beast
I-
almost disappointed in you, how the lack of creativity and lust and fun, how banal and plain you are.
I know
It
I have
stings,
to.
actually.
Yeah. I know that I will have to do something a little bit more fun. I haven't had the time.
It's busy. Busy being in charge.
It is. Maybe I should call Jade for a girls' night out. Eve,
Yes.
do you arrange?
She's blissy.
Yes. Tomorrow night. Invite Jade to go out.
Of course, mistress.
And some of the other girls.
Of course, mistress.
Yes. Did you deliver the message to Keeper of Elysium?
I did indeed, mistress.
Thank you. Let me know if there is any replies.
Of course, mistress. This should not be too long.
I think. Yes. No. If there is anything noteworthy from yesterday, from Madden or anything, let me know.
No more than I think you are aware of.
Sakura. Did she reply?
Yes, she will see you at whatever you find available or appropriate.
Well, I think maybe soon. In an hour's time, perhaps?
Of course, mistress.
You may go. I think I need some alone time.
Of course, mistress. She glides out of the bed and dresses you in your silk robe. And you are left to your devices.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to. I did say we were going to do some light reading the day before, so I think I'm going to pick up where I did not do. Read some light reading about creatures of a certain fae type. Yep, that's what I will do, and I will pay very much attention to words that he has used.
There you go.
Mm.
Well, the camera's going to pan out into the cityscape, and it's going to rest its gaze on the master's estate as a certain young prince arises to another night.
Things to do, things to do. We need to get that note sent. And we know how to do that, but I'm also hungry. So hungry. The beast is strangely quiet, even though I'm this hungry. Still,
It's
the effects,
very, very, very quiet. It's bizarre.
But I still need food. Maybe it will last longer if I feed. So he gets out his little black book. His little a la carte.
What?
And we can't afford to spend much time on this, and we need to do it early, so all the ones are usually up as early as this goes out, so we'll have to go over to the more alternative line. Ah, yes, that'll do. And he notes himself the name, the room number, the floor. And quick stop there first at the hospital on the comatose wing, and then we'll be off to the races. He clears his schedule with the Jay. Asks her to be ready to pick him up later, but first he has to do a private errand. He'll take.
Also, JJ comes with a note it's from the Crow, Malish.
Ah, excellent.
2:00.
He texts Shiv. It's on for 2:00. Make sure that we begin the meeting. And then he calls No. And then he calls, takes you up the other phone, the one that's for the Prince of Daggers only, and dials.
Well, he had a very interesting day, as an evening into day, and he feels very being in such an environment with so many creative people and giving honor to such a creature. Feeling also, I've got a dog snoring. If anybody has words, it's a dog snoring.
Yeah.
It was both beautiful, but also you felt sorrow. You're missing of the homeland, but also you feel like you were cheated out of knowing someone that you did know. But you knew her as a child, not as a man. And you felt like they took something that could have been so precious from you.
Yeah, I think right before the phone calls, or phone starts ringing, Jonathan is just on the bed, just probably snoring just like your dog.
Yeah.
And has like, as the sun has been setting, he has had some blades in his hand and has just gone over movements and going over the basics and sort of getting himself mentally ready for the night. Just having some steaks and how they feel in the hand. Doing some movements, just getting ready for. Of course, he hopes it's going to be a quick and easy thing, but he also knows that there's a high chance of that not being the case. So he is preparing.
And as he does so, staring into the sun that has left, and now the Luna is caressing the sky, and it's a clear night, beautiful clear night. That strange buzzing, ringing sound thingy on the table.
He throws a dagger just next to it, just like he goes over and sort of pokes at it with the like on the green thing that's like he's been told. Does that and then holds it up like this in front of his face. Straight up, just like, what?
I hope I did not reach you at an inopportune moment, my dear Prince of Daggers. But the time has been set. Between 2 and 3.
Very well.
Closer to 2 the better, but not before.
We discussed that my human body would be brought nearby. Can you arrange someone to have a...
I'll have arranged it to be seated in a car. Discreet car, which will have no ties to anyone back there. A man will be behind the wheels to drive.
Very well. Will this man be able to also bring me there? I can, of course, walk away from the Y.
Oh, I can have someone else drive you there. Keep things as compartmentalized as possible.
As long as someone brings me there in time, it shall be done.
Dirty
No problem.
deeds.
He then looks at the phone and keeps pressing the green button. So on the other one, you can probably hear that boop, boop, boop.
When you wish to end the call, the red one, my prince.
And then he hangs up.
There's hope for him yet.
He's then gonna walk over to the phone that's in the room, lift that up, and look for a green button.
Well, there is a button.
Just purchase some of the buttons.
What does he want?
Well, he's hoping to get to reception to just order some food.
Well, that
Yeah.
happens. You mentioned after much cursing and wanting squirrels.
And then he pushes the button that looks like a person behind the desk.
But food will be delivered. The camera's gonna pan out back into the other prince, the OG.
When that is done, he puts on a nice ordinary suit, nothing too expensive or too fancy, but like regular suit to wear, a grey one. Not a 3-piece, it's a 2-piece, no tie. He'll pack a bag with some discreet clothing, the type you would use for some breaking and entering action. And then he'll drive to the hospital. He'll stop on the way to buy some roses, and then go to visit this poor comatose Italian lady. Uh, he's passed himself off as a distant
Relative.
like an distant relative. Probably they're a bit touched that he takes time out of his busy schedule whenever he's in the city to visit the poor stricken girl. And as soon as he's confident that there's no one else there, he put the roses in a vase by the bed, and then
You hear the beast, but very faint. Like he's walking somewhere inside your mind.
I like this.
Callista's
This is much more easier.
effect is palpable. Chevalier has not had that experience, but Shiv drank under other circumstances.
It's so much easier to function with that little voice far away. Haven't needed to talk to my journal for day and nights.
Your granddada!
He's such a captive audience.
On that note, the camera's going to pan out really quickly to Shiv. 2 o'clock has been given.
Yes.
So this is being then relayed to Callisto, Castor. Oh, they're just supposed to meet there.
The letter, if the princess delivered the letter to them, that would be specified, yes.
Yeah.
I think after I have that I will actually go down and I will knock on... No, I will ask Eve to send up Callisto to me.
Well, then, mere moments later, Eve knocks on the door, opens up. Callisto to see you, mistress.
Thank you, darling.
Callisto
you-
glides in with a purple crop top, long skirts with all her beads and pearls, loose hair, and she looks fascinating, tantalizing, and tasty.
I don't think I've actually got dressed yet. Because, again, time. And, yeah. Callisto, so
Dearest,
good to see you.
likewise.
Eve, would you mind waiting a second?
Of course, mistress.
You see, Callisto, dear Eve here, she thinks I have forgotten her birthday,
Really?
but I have not. But unfortunately, I have a meeting this evening, and I was planning on surprising Eve with a special booth and surprise at the Crow. And the Crow, the club,
It's
the
Nightclub,
Crow,
yeah.
which is just,
Nightclub.
yeah, I had to find the name, and I was like, was it really the Crow? But yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So we have 2 crows, yeah. But yes, I'm unable to take her there. I was hoping maybe you could join her in my stead.
Oh!
But that, I know it's much to ask, but and I look to both of them and I kind of stretch out my arms
Yeah.
to them. Both.
They both look a little bit puzzled, actually. Gonna do a roll on that.
No, Eve, it's not your birthday.
Murder! Attempted murder. Yeah, attempted murder. Eve, yes, that's my birthday. Thank you, mistress, for remembering even. Of course. Of course.
I
If this
just...
gives you pleasure, Siobhan dearest.
It would. And I would be joining you afterwards, of course, but I made reservations, you see, and, well, I understand. I know that you have to sleep at some point. I'm not blind to that. So I don't want to take up all your night.
I'm happy to help.
And Callisto, I do think you would be the perfect one to entertain Eve. And you two being of similar positions.
I am in no position to refuse you. It's a pleasure to
Eve, you may
stand
go.
in your stead.
I just kind of wave Eve out, and I'll
There she's
take
like-
Callisto's hand. She's not shy, but she is. Well, she doesn't have very many friends in the city. You see, she's from New York, and I kind of swept her to Boston. And with the workload here, she has been unable to get other acquaintances. That's why I'm asking you. Apologies for the
Silly.
theatrics.
Stop it. No more apologies or requests needed to be asked. I will do it with pleasure.
Thank
What
you.
are friends for? And she picks up both your hands and kisses them. What are friends for, if not being friendly?
See, this is why I like you. You read me so well.
Don't you see she twitches for a minute? She holds your hands.
What are you doing, dearest?
No,
I can see you're up to something.
No, I cannot control the gift. I just got a sight.
Of what, may I ask?
It's strange. Probably not important.
Everything that we see is of importance. Don't underestimate it.
No, I just saw you locking a room.
What room?
I do not know. It's a very elaborate key. Does it matter to you?
Well, I think we do share some abilities. I too see things. And I've learned not to. I do trust it, though the images might be confusing or not entirely what it seems like. I do know that they have meaning, in whatever mysterious form they come in.
Probably. I'll sit on it. I will talk. I will entertain Eve. Don't worry, and we will meet up.
Thank you so much. You probably need this, and I'll give her a black card with just a crow on it and.
Fancy pants.
Yeah.
She takes it, and again she embraces you and kisses your cheek. For the future, for all that we will aspire and do together. We both share.
I hope so.
I know so.
I think I'll linger a little bit as I let her go.
On that note, the camera's going to spin a little bit in and out because pieces need to be put out onto board. So, the prince, when he's done doing his dirty little deed.
Then he changes into the discreet clothes, puts a balaclava in his pocket, and makes his way to an area close to the train station, looking for some of the more unfortunate people, a homeless person.
There are several.
He'll find one and he'll get him to buy the equipment that is needed to trace a copy of the forgery that she was made. He'll then have him trace it. He'll just pay him. He doesn't need to manipulate his mind for this yet. He'll just make him trace several different copies until he gets one that looks good, suitable to fit the original with the time 2 o'clock. And once that is done, he'll pay him a large amount of money, and he'll focus in on his eyes and reach out. And he's been doing this because he's had a balaclava on. He's not been anywhere close to him. He reaches out with his mind and he rearranges the man's memories. Removing himself completely and just vaguely leaving the memories of a lock. Not the lock, of a lock.
Ah.
And once that is done,
Sneaky.
he'll leave just a last little thing to make it extra difficult. And that is, leave him with a little submerged directive to feel like he needs to, feel like he needs to use some of the money he's got now to take a little trip to New York for a while, to seek his fortune there. And I manages both road checks, so it doesn't cost me any blood on the abilities. And once that is done,
Yeah, he gets up and he to New York, Big Apple, future and light and beyond.
it's important to make it very difficult for them to find it, but not necessarily impossible. And when they do, hopefully, associative memories might serve.
Clever little prince.
And when that is done, it's time to make sure that the letter is sent to Costa, delivered to the boy, so the boy can deliver it to him. He arranges for someone to drive him, the Prince of Daggers, that is, to the place. And after that, he reaches out to one of his contacts, Italian contacts, and have them acquire the services not of someone from the mafia, but someone he knows has contacts with one of the African American gangs in the city, and get one of them to be the driver.
Damn.
To get things as fast as possible. And make sure we get the name of the fellow where he lives, so in a couple of days' time, he can send Sal to visit him.
Oh my god, that's gonna take a stain.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
when he does it, but not before he does it.
Mm-hmm. So he's putting out the pieces. Shiv. You're getting ready to the Elysium meet, which have been approved and agreed upon.
Yes. Probably going to get dressed in a emerald green silk. I want to say slip dress, but not slip. It's slip dress, but it goes in like to her waist and then out again, so it's cut out, and then it's a very flowy skirt, back.
Yay.
And some nice laced up shoes and some emerald earrings and hair half up but half down. Yes, that's what I'll wear.
Getting ready for that. Also the prince, not the Prince of Dargals, the OG, you get a message that the security team has put up camera and surveillance with the Red Mummy exhibition.
Excellent. And with that, it's time, I think all the pieces are in place, all board is set, it's time to go back home to change into an expensive power suit and let JJ drive him to the meeting at Elysium when the time is ready.
So then all the little piece on this board has been moved. Does the Prince of Daggers know who's picking it up and when?
He calls him and says a driver will be coming to pick you up, another driver will take you away. He gives time and they'll call at the reception and have them call you.
Very well.
Murder!
Yep.
The
Murder
Prince
most foul.
The Prince of Daggers is actually like letting Jonathan eat.
How courteous! How nice! How humane!
He needs to make sure that if shit goes very wrong, this body has the energy it takes to run.
So not nice self-preservation.
Oh yes,
What was I thinking? What was I thinking?
Also going to pack that duffel bag he was given, full of weapons. It's going to bring probably 4 or 5 stakes just in case. Some longer blades that could help with the decapitation, and then a few daggers. But most of the daggers, he will sort of. No, actually, he doesn't need to have anything on. Yeah, he'll have 2 daggers on Jonathan, in case. Because I can't use my abilities while in Jonathan, as I understood.
No, you can't. You have to be out.
Exactly. And then sort of he goes over an old ritual, but just before he gets ready to go down into the reception and wait there. Something they did back home before a hunt of importance. He sits down, he says the ancient words. He does the bows and the signs that needs to be done. Then he gets up, puts on Jonathan, picks up the bag, and goes down.
The night is calm. There's barely a breeze. Fall is here. Oh, elegant.
In more than one way.
In more than one way.
Haha. Death.
Death, count it. There's no rebirth, there's just death.
It's the end of things.
Are we
today.
actually in autumn? Just because... Okay, yeah, cool.
We are.
We are now.
We are now. What's happening?
Push down my will. It's May. No.
No. Does this happen? So, Shiv and Christopher are traveling to the Elysium to meet the Malkamians under the supervision of Odd Molly. Leaving. No? Leaving a deed in a stranger's hands. Well, it's not that they asked for this. They got tangled into this murder.
We only did the best we could in the circumstances. We just played the hand we were dealt to the best of our abilities.
You did indeed. Even Callisto.
Yeah, Chris is worried about her. That's the unknown. That's the thing that's bothering him. The thing that's nagging him.
Trust in Shiv. Trust in Shiv.
Well, they have travelled off. To Autumn Night, the Prince of Daggers is being transported to the exhibition of the Red Mummy. We will not park close. A block away. He's meeting a target he has barely met, not knowing if his foe is powerful. He's meeting his foe night, when vampires are powerful. The Prince of Dagger must muster all he has of his cunning and sneakiness, if this is supposed to be a clean kill. We'll see. It's a clean kill. The Luck, on the other hand, as the camera pans out, is scurrying to a rendezvous, a promise of something he very much longs for. We'll see if he understands what's happening or not. On that note, we're going to have a break before all this will be cleared.
Shit's going down.
Hold on to your boots, or your pants, or your underwear. I think we're going to have a murder. But who is murdered?
Someone will die.
Callisto dies! No.
I mean, the positive thing for the Prince of Dagger is that as long as someone dies, technically his job is done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just need to look like somebody else, and somebody needs to die. Now, how bad can that go?
With Katrina as storyteller, it's going to be easy peasy.
No.
We're just gonna have a quick break, and when we come back, murder.
Murder.
Yeah. See you in a bit. Bye. Welcome back from the break. All right then, Prince of Daggers, Autumn Night. You're staring from the car. Well, I'm guessing you're still sitting in Jonathan. You see a quite almost gypsy-like, rather large tent sat to the end of a park-like area up to something that looks like a cemetery, and there's slopes of buildings kissing this area. It's like a mall, like a hill. And then the end of it, like bottom of it, you see this tent, and it says like the exhibition of the Red Mummy.
Going to look towards the driver and say, I assume you've gotten instruction on what to do.
Yes, sir.
Do not listen to me when I plead. He's going to open the door, and then he's going to sort of step out of Jonathan, and Jonathan is going to just fall back, and the bag is just leaving the car as the door shuts. Hoping the car drives away, and then he's going to take on the form of Locke. This arrogant
Was it the prince?
bastard.
Int roll.
Just straight int. What do I have? I have some. Hey, 2 successes.
Prince first. No, not prince first. No.
Locke first, and then turn into the prince, so it looks like Locke turned into the prince.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm an idiot. You're good.
No, but always do it the other way, back way again. Then prince, then lock, like back to lock, and when you're done.
There is a limit of how much I can change. Okay, I'm going.
Nonsense! Do as you're told.
I need my juice.
Peanut gallery.
I'm shutting up.
Also, you're not there.
I'm shutting up.
Yeah. So turning into Locke so that Locke can be seen walking into the premise.
Yep.
Because that's what I've written down.
Yep, that's right. I'm not gonna mess it up. Oh, I'm excited, and I'm a bit nervous.
Okay, roll. Oh, just roll willpower. Okay. See how long it lasts. How much will do I have? I have more than this one. If I wanted to, I could stay as Locke for 3 days. So yeah, I don't have to run over. But yeah, Locke is then going to grab this bag and walk over and towards the tent. Trying to look like someone who's he's going to sneak or try to use some stealth.
Yeah, do that. Do dex stealth. Stealth.
Because he wants to look like he's trying to look like he's not want to be there. Oh, that's good because I have a lot of dice to roll. That is 5 successes.
You're sneaky like a sneaky mofo.
But since he's so good at sneaking, he want to sneak, but not too well, if that's understandable. So just like...
How many did you have? You had
I
5?
had 5 successes.
Yeah, that's enough.
So he wants so that it could potentially be caught on a camera somewhere that he sneaks in.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he doesn't know where the cameras are and anything how they work. So he's just gonna like, I sneak in good, but not too good, because, yeah.
Just like, do a little dodgy move.
Yeah.
You enter the tent, and it's red carpets. There's displays. This tent is mysteriously large. It does like rows of displays of beautiful things from a bygone time. For a minute, you're taken aback, the fae that you are. There's magic in this room. There's old things in this room. It's not enough to unsettle you, but it's... on another day, in another time.
As he gets in, he's going to walk a little bit in and just to the side of something that's so there's not a clear line of sight all the way in. Or first he wants to listen to see if he can hear anybody.
All right, perception awareness.
Perception awareness. That is, yeah. 3 successes.
You get a distinct feeling like in the end of this alley hallway, because you can see it. There's a massive sarcophagus. You feel there's someone close to that, not breathing, but slight movement. The rustle of fabric.
Good, because he's not looking for someone that's breathing. So that's. He's then going to. With that, can I also see any cameras? I'll just yeah. It's like doesn't know if this is good enough.
I'm gonna help you, but not help you.
No. But he's
I'm not here for that.
No. He's going to start putting some weaponry on him. And then sort of leave the bag just somewhere that he knows where to easily find it, but it's not out in the open. He's then going to start walking down, and as he walks down, he's going to again transform. This time into the Prince of Boston. These dice really wants this murder to happen. Murder. Oh, it's so murder. It's 2 10s and 3 9s, and then I could technically stay as the prince for a week if I wanted to.
Body double.
Huh? Body double. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around for a week and just fuck shit up. Just walking around punching people out in the streets.
Yeah, creating fucking havoc.
Not doing that.
And you think, because you've spent so much time with the prince, you've read how his demeanor is. Also now that you've seen it, he's maybe a limp, maybe not.
He walks carefully, knowing that the dead things, they heal faster than other things. So it was only a limp yesterday, so maybe walk a little strained, but not with an actual limp, just as if the foot was not quite well. And then with his demeanor and walk in, and whenever he gets far enough in, he's going to call out for Castor, are you here?
My prince. You hear him close to sarcophagus.
Terribly sorry I couldn't meet you on your first presentation. Walks over and reaches out a hand.
You see him as you've seen him before. He's got one blind eye, long white hair. He stands there with a cane. And he reaches out. His fingernails are a little bit long, glass-like.
Shakes his hand.
So he holds almost like you want to release, and he just holds.
Yeah.
Your car was perhaps warm or cold. Huh.
Well, some of the drivers do tend to be a little bit cold now that fall is closing in.
But not that you have a temperature in your Fey
Yeah.
form.
Ah,
But he's.
Yeah.
You saw that there was the
Yeah.
weirdness. You wanted to meet me, Prince. Here, looking at the red mummy.
I heard it was of interest, and well, since I couldn't make it to your presentation, I was hoping to see it before the grand opening.
As you should, as the prince of the city. And as Callisto has relayed to me, you're willing to let us do the ritual of the rebirth.
That is quite interesting. Do tell me a little more about any sort of gestures towards, and hope to get him talking and sort of
He touches with his...
in the charm that he's seen the
Yeah.
prince do and all of that, because
He's
No.
touching the sarcophagus with one hand and leaning on the other with the cane. Well, all the pieces are in order. I wish to be reunited with the other part of my soul, to be reborn, to be healed. And as I've stated before, dear Prince, I do not wish harm to this city, and I'm not a coming of a vile event. It's just a rebirth. And it will benefit you greatly.
well, as long as it won't harm this city.
You are too kind, but Callisto has also spoken of your generosity to me.
He wants to sort of get him to start talking about something, and sort of to get him so they're not sort of standing just face to face, and sort of gestures, and tries to be as easygoing as he thinks the prince could go, but without promising anything or
No,
such,
and he's... And as far as Callisto has spoken to me, dear Prince, you are also haunted, are you not? You know I am a master of spirits, and so is Callisto. That thing that's tethered to you. We can help you with that.
The Autumn Nights takes a lot of notes in the back of his mind. Well,
And Callisto is very fond of you.
in due time, let's focus on one act of
It
great
can all...
significance first.
It could all be done in one swift blow, sweet prince. The power of the ritual of the rebirth, being at the pit with the blood. Oh yes, the blood. The blood is the key. Shiv has already agreed to give a piece of that powerful blood.
I'm just wary of putting too many things on something I do not know of yet. Too much strain on when I do not know the integrity. Pardon for being so blunt. It's just that my knowledge of this is...
But as I understand, you have been in the pit before. The silver in your hair. You saw into the depths of it. You understand there's power, and through that darkness, it can be contained, tamed even, used. And with my rebirth, I will make sure that that place will never harm these grounds again. And Shiv will have her love back. Lingered from the sleep. What did Callista say? She's kept in the husk of a goddess. Or something. Callista says many words.
She's quite a special one, that one, isn't she?
I didn't even understand what I was until she opened my mind and awakened something in me. I didn't understand that I was not complete. I was about to walk into the sun, not understanding my purpose, but now I know I am Nefer Amenhotep, and I am to be reborn. You must understand. I don't know if you can understand the longing of something lost. Not feeling that you belong completely.
More than you would know. And he's just going to sort of just walk and just look at a few of the other things, just so to, as he's taking it all in, and look for a moment.
I am so, and he says, I am so grateful we have met so many hurdles and so mistrust, but you have embraced us with love and compassion. I feel safe with you, with my dearest Callisto.
As you should. And he would like, just as soon as he has he can see his back, he's going to sort of a stake just out of there and going to go for...
Oh! Initiative!
How does that work?
Well, we're gonna do with the old system. No, the new system. We're gonna do new system.
I don't know either of them.
No.
So.
You're gonna roll your action, and whoever has the best die wins the action.
Sweet. Murder. Just need to figure out how many dice.
But if you do not stake the heart, if you stake, if you're gonna stake him from behind, if you do not hit the heart, he will not be incapacitated.
No. I know.
So your roll is bananas from the back. I'm just saying. Because he doesn't know the system. But he's a fae, and he should know this.
Okay, so if it's easier from... Yeah.
I'm helping a little bit.
Yeah,
because he doesn't know it.
Yeah, the Prince of Dagger would know.
Yeah, he would know. To stab through X amount of tissue and shit to get to the heart from the back is hard. Because if you miss, it's basically saying, I want to murder you. And then he goes, I'm murdering you.
Yep. Okay, well, I will then get to the side and get the shank up in underneath, or between the third and fourth rib is technically where the easiest access to the heart is.
Okay, I've rolled.
Yep. Oh, these dice want to murder. They want to murder. That is 7 successes. I assume I use stamina melee on this, since
Dex, whatever.
Yeah, Dex melee. Sorry, Dex melee, which is 8 dice, and 7 of them are 8 or higher.
I just need to check something.
Okay. I will also burn through my remaining 4 glamour points and keep stabbing.
Hold on.
Yeah. I assume the endurance where I use glamour points for level of lethal or bashing damage is healing myself and not dealing extra damage. Yeah.
God damn it. So you said 7.
I said 7, yeah.
Oh my god, because you get a... You had 7, right?
Yeah. Does tens matter?
Yeah, they matter. And ones matter.
No ones, there are 2 tens.
Right, I get to do one thing.
Die?
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. God
What?
damn it. You need to do a check because he's using a mental power on you.
Okay. So, will check?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 7 of these.
Oh, for fuck.
Ooh! I immediately see 3 tens. So that is... Yeah, 6 successes.
What the fuck? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One of them is a 10. These dice want to murder. It's insane. I've never rolled this well with d10s before in my life, and it is... Oh my god, I need to reevaluate all my D&D characters. I need to find things that rolls d10s.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Right, I'm going to describe the scene as follows. He
I'm gonna
turns.
start burning points to stab more until he goes down.
You turn towards. Well, he turns slightly towards, and you stab between the ribs up into the heart.
Yeah.
And as you do that, you feel that Itubutus like massive betrayal, and you see he does his eyes go weird, and you feel like a mental rush of power towards you.
Yeah.
And you felt if that hit you, it would be like when Shiv. But it's almost like you negate it.
Oh, he's prepared. You do not say the old words for nothing.
Caster falls back. He blinks. His fingers twitches. It's almost like a Greek tragedy, the betrayer. A friend. The assassin. And Castor falls down in disbelief as he stares at the prince. A single red tear runs down his cheek. His lip quivers. Pure sadness emanates from him.
The knight draws a long blade and is going to remove that head from the shoulders.
He sees the blade. His eyes fixate on the sarcophagus as his fingers slightly tremble, almost reaching for it. You are death. You are denying his rebirth. But he is paralyzed.
Then off with his head.
He's a static target, but you can do a dex melee.
Dex melee. All the dice. I'm rolling 8 dice.
I can't do anything. He rolled that good. I have rolled.
Yeah.
I can't do shit.
It's ridiculous. These dice are... My players are going to die in the next session if I keep rolling like this in my D&D game. Well, only 5 successes this time.
Well,
110, no ones.
in an old Dracula movie of Bram Stoker's, the head comes clean off as the blade sticks to the carpet and the ground itself. It's oddly silent. You feel a presence all of a sudden.
Do I recognize this presence?
You see the ghostly figure of Castor staring at you.
Thinks this wasn't part of the plan.
Hollow black eyes.
Pick up the head by the hair. Take the blades. And I leave.
You feel him staring at you as he turns and he walks somewhere.
Oh, that's not my problem. Walks back to the bag, places the head in the bag. Then
The
he...
head is already eroding, but
Yeah.
it might not go dust quite yet. He's not that old.
Well, he's going to walk out, and he knows that, especially among the poor, and now that it's getting cold, often, you know, there will be a barrel drum with some fire and such. Looking for just someone.
Well, not there. There's no barrels.
No.
Not there. You have
No, well,
you have to.
as again, he has 0 streetwise, okay? He knows
No,
there's...
no, where's the barrel?
Sometimes people do that, and he
Vampires.
walks out, nobody does it, fuck.
Perception awareness.
Not as many dice. Ooh, now they're coming back to bite me. 2 successes, 1-1.
Yeah, well, that's just 1 success.
Yep.
You don't hear his footstep. You cannot smell him. You do not feel him until you feel he's standing beside you. Young one. You're changing the course of time in this place. His voice is old and thick with stories.
Stories aren't written until they've happened. And they can yet be rewritten.
You do not yet understand the consequences of your blades, knight. But there will always be consequences when taking a life in this world.
There are many lives yet to be taken as a consequence.
I understand the code of old, and you gave a vow, and your honor. I will plead with you only once. If you kill them all, this city will be in imbalance, and the throne you have been given might be your undoing.
I will follow the oath given, but your advice and heed shall be taken. He just looks forward, he doesn't look
Yeah.
at the presence. 'Cause
My time, as all times, there's a dawn and a dusk. And soon I will be only grey matter, stardust, fairy tales, and stories. But I still watch them, and the story is not fulfilled.
Did you see her end before it was written?
I knew. I saw it. You know the laws, I will not intervene. I cannot.
Then you've also seen what I must do.
But your blades are too young and hungry for this world. As I said, I will heed your warning. Do not lead with rash emotion. Be your lineage. Be not only death, 'cause through fall, winter comes and then spring.
When spring is cut short, a long fall will have fall over. I think Boston will have an interesting fall.
Know that you have made an enemy this evening.
That I do not doubt.
And you also might be tethered to something. But I will be here and I will be watching. Your story is told in this plane as well. And with that, you almost feel like the old, like almost dusty voice as he disappears just into whatever behind you.
When I can feel that he's not there, and like, not intervene. Then what was this?
Exactly.
I wanted to win, but you should do that. Like,
A burp.
fuck you.
Fuck you.
Either you intervene or you don't. You don't do it when it suits you. He thinks to himself, and he's going to walk, and I assume he's gonna feel the bag get probably a little lighter.
A little lighter.
Yeah.
With every step. And even talking to one of the old ones, the watchers. It is for your kind, as you gave him honor, and you would never be disrespectful
No.
to one of them.
No. Never.
Never. The camera's gonna pan out ever so slightly. A ghoul. No ghoul no more. Is running through the street. Falling to her knees, screaming. There's music and bustle, and people cheering and being happy behind. Everything's lost. Death came. She screams. Her mind breaks for a minute. She hears the voices she's been drowning for so long in this persona. Little girl. Like playing dress up, don't you? Shut up, she screams. Let me mourn. And the camera's going to pan out. And we're going to end it there.
Murder!
We had I honor dices. I had everything ready to go, but if you roll like that, I can't.
Oh god, I was so nervous.
Me too, because I had
Holy
like things.
Holy fuck.
Gee,
And I'm so glad
tasty
the
now.
dice god are on my side.
I couldn't do shit.
I know, but then again, I've sacrificed a goat last night, so you can't really stand up.
Oh, great. It's going to be another Wraith blaming Christopher
Yeah,
unjustly now,
that's
isn't
what
it?
I'm...
Because he got murdered on Cop Hill.
Yes, he's going straight back home.
Well, I did what I was, I did the thing that we planned together, and I was like, well, the ghost wasn't part of the deal. Nah. Sounds a lot like not my problem.
None of my business.
Like, ghost, okay, well, it's still a dead thing.
Let's just hope we can convince it to become the Queen's problem.
Or an ally. I don't know what she does with ghosts. Maybe she... I don't know. I don't know what goes
But
down.
do you really think she's calling them?
Oh, she
No,
doesn't know about
I don't. But
Or does she
Like-
bust them?
she could, I don't know, she could have a party with them down there for all I know.
Who knows?
Her knows? Or who knows?
Who knows? Well, yeah.
that. Don't mock her for that. She's kind of sensitive on that.
I know.
part.
no.
It's not the reason why we're here.
I mean, it's a little on the nose.
Oh! Well, yeah.
Her nose being the whole problem that led to this moment.
Oh my god. Well, the guest murdered a guest. And now things will change.
Callisto. Oh, poor baby. She might need a new mistress. I don't know.
Who's gonna end up? Everybody wants a piece of
Everyone is running for that.
Is that-
Yes,
Who can
but
get her first?
there's...
Well, maybe
I'm
she's
just
tired of
asking-
this world by now,
But I'm not
I'm just
sure if we
asking,
want her
who's the
that
prince?
way.
Who has the princess table and the princess throne?
Well,
guy?
you could go for a prince, or you could go for a king.
Lottie-da.
I'll be less
Yes, the man who murdered her
I will be more
master.
problems.
Oh, he will be more
So does that
problems.
mean that Shiv has to take control of Cop Hill and the Queen's territory to be queen?
Oh, she's queen of her domain.
Ah, I didn't feel my. Oh, I feel it now. Yes.
Yeah. I don't think you remember when Lee was said you were the dangerous one. You didn't give a shit about the other ones.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, who does? We have a little bit left of the guest. It needs now to be concluded. But as you viewers know by now, we are keeping Daniel for a minute. Because, he just took the kingdom. So he's gonna do it if he doesn't want to, because it needs to happen. It's gonna be
Just
fun.
need
It's
to
gonna be great.
cough out something or something else.
I will be Mothman.
I like to.
I want the
lie.
moth costume.
I'm Mothman now.
Save Mothra.
Where do you know that name?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was. I thought it
Amazing.
would be. I had
Harder?
Yeah.
Tougher?
Yeah.
You gave me a
Difficult.
character designed to murder, and he murdered.
He murdered. And he did murder. And
Oh, don't look like so disappointed. This was your plan all along. You just miffed that they done not framing the right
I was gonna
person for
harm
it.
him more. Come on now. I was gonna maim that fucker a little bit. But there you go.
We would
I was
probably
gonna-
have been
we'll-
appreciative.
We'll take care of that later.
But then again, in die situations, you kind of have to honor it. And,
he'll be his own undoing short enough.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna like. I lull people into a sensation of feeling safe, and then I rip your world apart.
I never feel safe. So, haha.
Well then,
and then
One
she'll
over
give you
over
a,
me.
and then she'll give the Prince of Daggers a cold iron enema.
yeah,
No.
yeah, and you guys know he has not played with hunters and hunter powers, so he does not, and we are not gonna tell him.
No,
Nope.
But it's fine, because it's going to be an all-out war, and it's going to end in bloodshed and be horrible.
Yes.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
As always, thank you to my players. You guys are amazing, and the story is getting thicker and more beautiful, and all the good stuff that I need it to be. I don't like easy stories. I like complicated, layered, intricate, meaty stories. And if it doesn't look like I've got control over it, I do. I like the long
Just a
game.
little bit.
A little bit. I like the long game.
Season 3, The Civil War.
It's already titled. It's called The Three Kingdoms. So in season 3, I can spare no one. So you play. Well, it will be not nice, and I can't save everyone.
Chris
Maybe
is
save
going
no
to
one.
be
I don't
using a bodysuit the entire season. Just like
He's
a
not
padded
like
one.
if he
No.
learns like
Like
if he
peeking out.
Trust me, the only one at the dust settles at the end of season 3, only Jonathan will stand.
he will be there.
He'll be there like, I'm done, and just walk into traffic.
For you, those of you who are curious about how Katrina handles endings, I should just go back and watch the Hunter season we did to see just how
That was
bad those endings
painful.
can be.
Though I think for my character, the continuation was more painful.
Probably.
Yeah, death
And
is
probably
easy.
for yours as well.
Yeah, but death is easy. Death is everybody wants a glorious death, and for a warrior that really wants a glorious death, and if you cheat them out of that, ugh. Story-wise, it's beautiful. For a character, it's painful.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not here to be nice, and I'm not here to make it easy. Even though that was too fucking easy. But just you wait. Just you wait.
Well,
just you wait.
I did a thing, and now it will all. Now the shitstorm will start and everything.
Just let the ghost see his true nature and let him exact vengeance. My recommendation for you, storyteller.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's no self-interest in that at all.
Never.
I have 3 more days in this body, and
Then I'm out, bitches.
Or,
He's like, he was supposed to stay, but he was like, I'm not going back for that.
yeah.
I'm not. You heard a little bit what he said to you. Maybe masquerading as a prince isn't the smartest thing to do, especially not if you feel happy.
Don't be happy. If you're happy,
And
yeah,
you know it's.
it's gonna go down
All
like
the
a lead balloon. Don't be happy.
We don't do
Yeah.
happy here.
No, I guess you've seen that so far. Like
Yeah.
everybody's
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit miserable, and everybody's like clinging onto little glimmers of hope and beauty, and then it's like right back into shit. But it's beautiful shit. It's beautiful story shit.
Yes, it is.
But they are all, you guys are a bunch of masochists, and I'm here for it. So until next time,
Said the
thank you so
safest.
much, players, and to you viewers. Thank you so much for your commitment, follow, likes, and all the thumbs up. We're here for it. And we had a murder. A little bit too easy murder, but there will be interesting things coming out of that murder. I thought he would murder ages ago. I like that he postponed a little bit of the murder.
Yeah. You know, you need to build tension.
And that we did.
You need to want it. It can't just happen.
It's like a good murder is a murder you waited for.
Yeah.
It was a waited for murder. On that note, take care of one another and stay safe. And until next time, bye.
Bye.
Bye.